Welcome to 70s Unheard, featuring unheard and underappreciated tracks from the 1970s, the greatest history and the greatest decade in the history of popular music. We unravel the hidden gems and sonic treasures of the 1970s, one song at a time. I'm Jeff Gerkins. Let's start off with a song I first heard while spinning the AM dial on an old 7-band 1940s era console stereo my dad had in our basement. It was old school and could pull in shortwave radio and clear channel AM stations from all over. At that time, there were a select number of AM radio stations across the nation that were allowed to broadcast at a higher wattage at night, allowing their signal to bounce off the atmosphere and land hundreds of miles away in totally different regions of the country. And some of my favorites were WOR in New York, WLAC, who specialized in R&B music in Nashville, and Top 40 Powerhouse, WLS in Chicago. At night, WLS knew the world was listening. They had lively jingles. They had fast-talking DJs and introduced the nation's listeners to many future hits. That's where I first heard many songs that became big hits later. Here's one of those. This is Sugarloaf from 1975 and Don't Call Us.
Assistance, every code 212. Say, hey, AMR, this is Mr. Rhythm and Blues. He said hello and put me on hold. To say the least, the cat was cold. He said, don't call us, child, we'll call you. I said, you got my number? He said, yeah, I got when you walk in the door. Don't call us. Tape, you know, the band performs in the nude. He said, don't call us, child, we'll call you. Listen, kid, you pay for the call. You ain't bad, but we heard it all before. Yeah, it sounds like John, Paul, and George. Said he couldn't use, and now he calls and begs and crawls. It's telephone deja vu. We got percentage points and lousy joints and all the glitter we can use, mama. So don't call us, now we'll call you. Woo. You may hear this one too before I say, he said, listen, kid, you pay for the call. Yeah, well, you ain't bad, but I heard it all before. Don't call us. Don't call us. Don't call us.
Is it love or is it me that makes changed so suddenly from looking out to feeling free. I sit here lying in my bed, wondering what it was I said that made me think I'd lost my head, when I knew I lost my heart instead. So won't you please read my signs, be a gypsy. Tell me what I hope to find deep within me. And because you can find my mind, please be with me. Of all the better things I've heard, loving you has made the words, and all the rest seems so absurd. 'Cause in the end it all comes out, I'm sure. So won't you please read my signs, be a gypsy. Tell me what I hope to find deep within me. And because you can find my mind, please be with me.
And you just heard the band Cowboy. Cowboy were formed in Jacksonville, Florida in 1969. Members of the band had played with Dwayne and Greg Allman, who recommended Cowboy to Capricorn Records. Their debut album, Reach for the Sky, was released in 1970 when Cowboy went out on the road with the Allman Brothers as an opening act. The song I just played, Please Be With Me, comes from Cowboy's second album, Five Will Get You 10, released in 1971. The album was recorded partly at Capricorn Studios in Macon, Georgia, and partly at the legendary Muscle Shoals Studios in Alabama, not far from here. The track featured Dwayne Allman on dobro and what would be some of his last studio work before his untimely death. This is 70s Unheard, a sonic journey into the forgotten corners of 70s music history. About 4 years ago, during the last year of the COVID shutdown, my daughter elected to move to Montreal to continue her studies. I offered to drive her and her belongings to Canada for her move. She accepted, so I mapped out a plan to see some of the most interesting cities for food and music along the way, including Manhattan. Being the music fan that I am, I planned our evenings in New York, wanting to see all of the legendary rock and jazz clubs in the city, mostly concentrated into one part of town, the Village. I was hoping to walk into some of the famous historic spots there, like the Café Wa and the Village Vanguard. I actually took her picture in front of the building that served as the album cover for the Led Zeppelin album Physical Graffiti. But the bitter end on Bleecker Street was also one of those legendary clubs I wanted to see. It was the site of the recording of one of my favorite live albums ever. It was Donny Hathaway's Live from 1972. There wasn't much there that night of interest, but as we walked Bleecker Street, we passed a club where we could hear a young soul singer doing current hip-hop and jazz numbers with a small band. So we grabbed a seat by the stage, and between songs, my daughter, thinking of her old dad, requested one of my favorite moments from that Donny Hathaway album, his version of You've Got a Friend. And the young vocalist on stage didn't even recognize the name of the song. We tried explaining that it was from Donny Hathaway, who recorded this on an album that was recorded on that street. And then some others in the crowd chipped in and tried to offer up some lyrics to jog his memory. And finally he said, I think I remember that song. So the band picked up and made an attempt to play the chords. The singer really didn't know the lyrics other than the chorus, so the crowd chipped in. And it turned out to be a really cool moment as everyone in the crowd was enthusiastically singing the lyrics while the vocalist would join in for the chorus. It really sounded great. I had a great time. And it's not that much different from this version of the same song recorded nearly 50 years earlier. From New York, we drove on to Montreal, and 3 days later, I found myself driving back out of Canada with an empty car and an empty heart, leaving my little girl behind far from home in the city of Montreal, a city that I now love and where she still lives today. I am still reminded of that night when I listened to this great version from Donny Hathaway live at the bitter end from 1971 with You've Got a Friend.
When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Even your darkest night, you just immigration scene, shining and feeling clean. Could it be a sin? I got stopped by the immigration man. He said he doesn't know if he can let me in, let me in. Immigration man, can I cross the line and pray I can stay another day? Let me in, immigration man. I won't toe your line today, I can't see it anyway. There he was, with his immigration face, giving me a paper chase. But the sun was coming, 'cause all it was, he looked into my space, stamped a number over my face, and he sent me running. Won't you let me in, immigration man? Can I cross the line and pray I can stay another day? Won't you let me in, immigration man? I won't toe your line today, I can't see it anyway. Here I am with my immigration form, it's big enough to keep me warm when a cold wind's coming. So go where you will, as long as you think you can. You better watch out for the man, anywhere you're going. Come on and let me in, immigration man. Can I cross the line and pray? Take your fingers from the tray, let me in, irritation man. I won't toe your line today, I can't see it anyway.
And that was Graham Nash and David Crosby from the 1972 album Crosby, Nash with Immigration Man. Nash wrote Immigration Man about an unfortunate moment he had with U.S. Customs when he tried to enter the country. The customs official held him up, and soon people were starting to come up to Nash for his autograph. When that happened, Nash was allowed to go through, but he remained angry. And the treatment he received stayed with him until he wrote this song. Song sounds surprisingly current. You're listening to 70s Unheard on Radio KCM, featuring underappreciated songs and artists from the 1970s. Jackson Browne, Ready or Not. There are 4 distinct points I would like to make about this song. Number 1, I read a great book a couple of years ago about the Laurel Canyon music scene, and this book tells the story of this song. As you'll hear, Jackson's lyrics tell of his punching out an out-of-work actor in a crowded barroom over the woman who leaves with him and ultimately becomes his wife and the mother of his child, all fully explained in this upcoming song. And I would tell you who that unemployed actor was, but I cannot remember. And I no longer have the book as I mailed it just last year to my high school French teacher from 40 years ago. Which leads to point number 2. That teacher is Joni House, now Joni Webb, who I loved to discuss music with back in high school, more than discussing French, which is what she taught. I remember her telling me back in high school that she loved Jackson Browne. When I told her that I was a fan of Bruce Springsteen, she said, he sings like he has a mouthful of marbles. And that really hurt. It was Bruce Springsteen. I loved him. But I forgave her for that. She and her husband had actually joined us for a concert, a Jackson Browne concert, actually, at the Tennessee Theater just a couple of years ago. Probably the coolest teacher I had in high school. Which brings me to point number 3. I have no less than 4 nieces who have had babies in the last few years, all of which seem like wonderful moms. I'm proud of them all. And this song and those new moms all make me sentimental for my days as a new parent. This is a great song from the perspective of an L.A. troubadour, surprised to learn the news that he's becoming a father. And finally, point 4. That expected baby from this song, Ethan Brown, is now a 50-year-old model and actor who has only 2 movies to his credit, the 1995 movie Hackers and the movie Raising Helen, which was released in 2004. Still living in California, unfortunately, Ethan Brown is currently involved in a property dispute with his father. And that's all I have to say about that. From the 1973 album, For Every Man.
Gonna have to explain it to me. I'm not sure what it means. My baby's feeling funny in the morning. She's having trouble getting into her jeans. The waistline seems to be expanding, although she never feels like eating a thing. I guess we'll reach some understanding when we see what the future will bring. I met her in a crowded barroom, one of those typical Hollywood scenes. I was doing my very best Bogart, but I was having trouble getting into her jeans. I punched an unemployed actor, defending her dignity. Well, he stood up and knocked me through that barroom door, and that girl came home with me. Now baby's feeling funny in the morning. She says she's got a lot on her mind. Nature didn't give her any warning. Now she's gonna have to leave her wild ways behind. She says she doesn't never spend another night running loose on the town. She's gonna be a mother. Take a look in my eyes and tell me, brother, if I look like I'm ready. I had always lived alone, and I probably always would. And all I wanted was my freedom, and she told me that she understood. But I let her do some of my laundry, and she slipped a few meals in between. And the next thing I remember, she was all moved in, and I was buying her a washing machine. Now baby's feeling funny in the morning. She says she's got a lot on her mind. Nature didn't give her any warning, but she's feeling better about it all the time. She says she's ready for some meaning after all of her running around. Bless my soul, she's got a rock and roll band and thinking about settling down. Bless my soul, she's got a rock and roll band and thinking about settling down.
Let me tell you something, girl, I've been trying to say now. You look so sweet and you're so doggone fine. I just can't get you out of my mind. You become a sweet taste in my mouth now, and I want you to be don't need no company. No other man, no other girl can enter into our world. Not as long as you prove me, baby. Oh, come on, make me feel good inside. Come on, groove me, baby. Move me, baby. Oh, sock it to me, mama. Oh, I like it like that, baby. Groove me, baby. Hey, groove me, darling. Come on, come on. I need you to sock it to me, mama. Come on, and now groove me, baby. Hey, good God, it make me feel so good inside, mama. Come on. Come on, man.
And that was New Orleans soul singer King Floyd from 1971 and Groove Me, a song later recorded by the Blues Brothers, you might remember, from their album Briefcase Full of Blues. You're listening to 70s Unheard, a lost treasure trove of sonic gems from the greatest decade of popular music, the 1970s. Up next, Jonathan Edwards, best known for his hit Sunshine Go Away Today. This is Shanty from his self-titled 1971 album.
Gonna sit down in the kitchen and fix me something good to eat and make my head a little high, make the whole day complete. Cause we're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. Well, pass it to me, baby, well, pass it to me slow. We'll take time out to smile a little before you let it go. Cause we're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. There ain't nothing to do, and there's always room for more. Feel it, light it, shut up and close the door. Cause we're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. Sit around the kitchen and fix us something good to eat and make ourselves a little high, make the whole day complete. Cause we're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. Well, every night and day, if I can help it, we're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. Getting late, but I don't wanna go home. I'm in no hurry, baby, time can wait.
to do, but I don't wanna go home. You can play a blues, play 'em soft and low, 'cause I don't wanna go. Listen, baby, I know we had a time. Reach up and touch the sky, baby. Whatever happened to you and I don't wanna go. Oh, baby, I don't wanna go. You hear me, darling? I don't wanna go. Don't wanna be all alone, no. I don't wanna go, baby. Ain't nobody waiting at home. Baby, won't you please come?
And that's Asbury Park, New Jersey soul rocker and pal of Bruce Springsteen, Southside Johnny with his Asbury Jukes with I Don't Want to Go Home from his 1976 album of the same name. This is 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. Here's one of my all-time favorites, a guy I've seen play many, many times, the legendary Chicago songwriter with Kentucky roots, John Prine, who we just lost a few years ago to COVID. He's my brother Kyle's favorite, and I still remember first seeing him on a Saturday Night Live. I think it was the second season, like in 1976. This is That's the Way the World Goes Round, a song all about keeping perspective. It's a half an inch of water, and you think you're going to drown. This is from his 1978 album, Bruised Orange.
I got glue on my string. That's the way that the world goes round.
I know a guy that's got a lot to lose. He's a pretty nice fella, kinda confused, got muscles in his head, ain't never been used, thinks he owns half of this town. Starts drinking heavy, gets a big red nose, beats his old lady with a rubber hose, then he takes her out to dinner, buys her new clothes. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. You up one day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round. I was sitting in the bathtub, counting my toes when the radiator broke. Water all froze, I got stuck in the ice without my clothes, naked as the eyes of a clown. I was crying ice cubes, hoping I'd croak when the sun come through the window. The ice all broke, I stood up and laughed, thought it was a joke. That's the way that the world goes round. That's the way that the world goes round. One day, the next you're down. It's a half an inch of water and you think you're gonna drown. That's the way that the world goes round.
like a loving now, don't you hear? I wanna do it again. Do it, do it, I wanna do it again.
Was the Staple Singers with Let's Do It Again. Riding high after the success of their biggest hit, I'll Take You There. The Staple Singers were invited to record a movie theme for an upcoming 1975 movie with Jimmy J.J. Walker, Sidney Poitier, and Bill Cosby. When given the lyrics of the song they were being asked to record, Father Pops Staples refused based on the questionable lyrics. He felt that it didn't fit with their gospel singer image. But daughter Mavis Staples ultimately convinced Pops that the lyrics weren't meant to be suggestive, allowing them to record and release the single Let's Do It Again from the 1975 soundtrack of the film Let's Do It Again. I saw Mavis just a couple of years ago with my wife at the Bijou Theater. She's still spicy. I'm talking about Mavis, not my wife. Actually, my wife is also still a little spicy. Digging into the 70s underground, this is 70s Unheard on Radio KCM. I'm Jeff Gerkins. Here's the influential and experimental musician Captain Beefheart, known for his unique style, unconventional lyrics, and powerful vocals. Often associated with Frank Zappa, this song, Too Much Time, comes from his 1974 album, And the Magic Played.
I got too much time, too much time. I got too much time to be without love. Too much time. I got too much time. I got too much time. Too much time to be without love. In my life I got a deep devotion, wide as the sky and deep as the ocean. Every wall that's waves make me cry. Every bird that goes by gets me high. Sometime when it's late and I'm a little hungry, I heat up some old stale beans, open up a can of sardines, eat crackers and dream about somebody to cook for me.
Too much time.
Too much time.
I got too much time.
Too much time.
Too much time.
Too much time. Too much time to be without love. In my life I got a deep devotion, wide as the sky and deep as the ocean. Every wall that's waves makes me cry. Every bird that goes by gets me high. much time to be without love. Too much time. Too much time. Too much time. To be without love. Too much time. Oh yeah. Too much time to be without love.
People expect you to fall, hit that same old wall. Really, they don't want to help at all. They talk behind your back today, shake their heads and say, well, I always knew that the ball would come to no good anyway. You better pack up and go, Detroit or Buffalo. Anybody wanna know where you don't know? You don't know. God knows everybody gotta go sometime. And I'm taking this train to the end of the line, missing every mile, that friend of mine. I haven't been to well myself, a lot of time on the shelf, saying that I don't need help when I do. But I'm gonna be just fine. A lot of friends, a little wine. Still, I wish I could see you again sometime. But I better pack up and go, Detroit or Buffalo. Anybody wanna know where? I don't know. I don't know. No. God knows everybody gotta go sometime. And I'm taking this train to the end of the line, missing every mile, that friend of mine. Hard to open up the door like you done so many times before. Sometimes you think you just can't do it anymore. Take a chance and take a train out into the pouring rain. And all you got's your suitcase full of pain. You better pack her up and go, Detroit or Buffalo. Anybody wanna know where? You don't know. You don't know. No, God knows everybody gotta go sometime. And I'm taking this train to the end of the line. Oh, missing every mile, that friend of mine. Missing every mile, that friend of mine.
That was singer-songwriter Barbara Keith with Detroit or Buffalo. A Midwesterner, Barbara got her start in the Greenwich Village folk scene, where she was discovered at the famous Cafe Wah. We just mentioned that earlier. She released 3 acclaimed albums, but when she started a family and chose to focus on that family more than her career, her label withdrew promotion of her music, and while many artists recognized her songwriting ability and recorded her songs, including Barbra Streisand, Lowell George, And Tanya Tucker, she disappeared for 20 years, re-emerging with a new band described as Patsy Cline meets AC/DC, the Stone Coyotes. Writer Elmore Leonard became a fan and included references to the band in his books, Be Cool and Get Shorty, often made into movies. That was Barbara Keith with Detroit or Buffalo. Unquestionably, for me, the greatest era of the band Aerosmith was in the early 70s to mid-70s. And here from their second album, Get Your Wings, released in 1974, one of my favorites, Seasons of Wither.
that light in your eye. An idea is coming by and by. I'm traveling this long road here with you. We still got a long way, we still got a long way to go. First time I set eyes on you, I listened to you sing, yeah, yeah. We didn't have to speak 'cause the words said everything. As you walked right into my life, and we were on our way, yeah. So long ago, but it feels like yesterday. And I just wanna tell you, you still got that light in your eye. Yes, you do. And our days coming by and by. I'm traveling this long road here with you. Still got a long way, still got a long way to go. Now some of my best memories are days I spent with you, yeah. Each time we hit the road, it was always something new. Spaced out or rather drunk, or singing in the sun, yeah, yeah. One more bottle dead and a new day just begun. I just wanna tell you, you still got that light in your eye. And our days coming by and by. I'm traveling this long road here with you. Still got a long way, still got a long way to go. Shining light, shining bright on today's gone down. Shining light, shining bright on today's gone down.
And that was singer-songwriter Jerry Rafferty, who passed in 2011, a Scottish singer, songwriter, musician, and record producer. He was a founding member of Steelers Will, whose biggest hit was Stuck in the Middle with You in 1973. His solo hits in the late 70s included Baker Street and Right Down the Line from the 1979 album Night Owl. That was Days Gone Down. And that does it for 70s Unheard. Catch me every Wednesday at 11 on Radio KCM. You can follow me on Twitter or X at 70s Unheard. I'll post every song from today's show in order as a playlist on Spotify at Jeff Gerkens. Feel free to follow me if you'd like. Email your questions, suggestions, critiques, compliments, and opinions at 70sunheard@gmail.com, spelled with no spaces, apostrophes, or caps. Look forward to hearing from you. I'm Jeff Gerkens. Until next time.